New in the last 5 minutes, watch NASA helicopter to fly on Mars during next mission in the last half hour. Tiny Mars helicopter could make first launch from another planet in the last hour. NASA's wild plan to build McMansions on Mars out of fungus in the last 4 hours. Lost asteroid to pass closely. May 15, NASA flying helicopter to Mars using remote control. NASA is to test first helicopter on Mars. NASA is sending its first autonomous helicopter to Mars in 2020. In the last 6 hours, NASA to send helicopter to Mars in landmark test mission. NASA prepares self-flying helicopter for 2020 Mars rover mission. Ramadan, a month of fasting, starts May 15 for Muslims in Malawi. In the last 8 hours, NASA will send autonomous helicopter on Mars. 2020 rover. NASA to bring a small helicopter to explore Mars. NASA will send small autonomous helicopter to Mars in 2020. NASA sending autonomous helicopter to Mars with 2020 rover. Earlier today, yes, NASA is actually sending a helicopter to Mars. Here's what it will do. NASA wants to fly a helicopter on Mars. NASA to send helicopter to Mars. A helicopter on Mars? NASA wants to try. NASA plans to send mini helicopter to Mars. NASA sending remote-controlled mini helicopter to Mars. Meet NASA's robot helicopter of Mars. Video, Black Hawk on Red Planet. NASA to deploy helicopter on Mars. Video, NASA is sending an autonomous helicopter to Mars in 2020. Mars helicopter to fly around Red Planet on NASA's next rover mission. NASA is preparing to fly a helicopter on Mars. Yesterday in an interplanetary first, NASA to fly a helicopter on Mars. NASA adds a drone to its 2020 Mars rover. NASA sending a helicopter to Mars. New images of Jupiter inspire citizens to make art. NASA agrees to fly helicopter demo on Mars 2020. This small helicopter will hitch a ride to Mars with NASA's next rover. NASA is sending a helicopter to Mars to get a bird's-eye view of the planet. NASA is sending a helicopter to search the skies over Mars. NASA is sending a helicopter to Mars. This is NASA's Mars helicopter. It's a go. NASA will send helicopter to Mars. NASA's next Mars rover will have a helicopter on board. NASA will send a tiny helicopter to Mars in 2020. NASA just unveiled this awesome, tiny helicopter that will cruise over Mars. Get to the chopper. NASA is sending a helicopter to Mars in 2020. First carbon-rich asteroid found beyond Neptune. The longest lunar eclipse of the century will take place very soon. NASA approves helicopter to launch with 2020 Mars rover. NASA is sending a helicopter to Mars. That is not a typo. NASA go ahead. Mars 2020 helicopter on board. Mars helicopter to fly on NASA's next Red Planet rover mission. What it means when the new moon is in your sign. War Mind brings the beauty of Mars to center stage. The planet Uranus told this ex-NFL star to buy Bitcoin, and he listened. Rocket cam replay of Insight's launch to Mars. Saturn's rings look razor thin in this posthumous Cassini release. Shocker, is Pluto going to become a planet again? Neil deGrasse Tyson isn't over the moon about Chappaquiddick. Astrobotics lunar delivery service set to launch in 2020. NASA hosts live discussion about Europa findings. Potential for life. Horoscopes for Friday, May 11, 2018. Watch this breathtaking video of the swirling clouds of Jupiter. Space Agency management game Mars Horizon announced the pull of Jupiter and Venus on Earth causes major climate events. Arctic monkeys. Tranquility Base Hotel Casino. Curiosity Mars rover. Weekend science. Waffles, sloths and Saturn could become new emojis. Ever wondered what it's like to fly over a Martian crater? Saturn's gorgeous rings and 3 moons shine in stunning Cassini photo. Neil deGrasse Tyson has a factual bone to pick with Chappaquiddick Museum of the Moon artwork unveiled at the Macintosh Queen's Cross Church in the last 7 days. How the Uranus astrological transit into Taurus affects your finance. Jupiter and Venus squeeze Earth's orbit. 5 things you never knew about the New Horizons mission to Pluto. NASA pushes its Moon and Mars ambitions. Jupiter goes psychedelic in whirling clouds. Video. Jupiter and Venus change Earth's orbit every 405,000 years. Miranda Kerr over the moon after sunspread. Drunk astronauts. This beer is the beginning of zero-gravity drinking review. Arctic monkeys. Space Lounge. Odyssey. Tranquility Base Hotel.